everybody. Welcome to the Two Kick Butt Reiki Mistresses. Yes, I like to say mistresses. Helen Chin Lu and
Robin Bornstein. Hi, everyone
from the Healing Place Energy School. Yes, I'm back, but Robin's been here. I'm back. And tonight,
welcome back.
Yeah, thank you so much, honey buns. Tonight's topic is the power of rejuvenation. And I'm thinking to myself, I think I spent the last 10 days rejuvenating, but I don't feel rejuvenated.
Why do you think that is, Helen? Like, what was going on? So you were on vacation and you were at a beautiful spot and you checked out. I know you weren't on the podcast last week. I'm hoping you left your computer at home. But what do you think happened? What was I know that you needed a vacation. So why do you think you couldn't relax on vacation?
Relax. You know, it's so funny when we think of rejuvenation, we always think about the physical aspect of relaxing. But no one, I don't think, very rarely would you hear somebody say, I rejuvenated my spirit and my mind.
True.
And I think about, what do you do, Robin? Since you physically can relax better than I can. But what do you do to rejuvenate your emotional health and your physical and your spiritual health?
That's an interesting question because being so busy and being so into my spirituality and into my mental health and into my mental wellness, and I love to meditate and I love to thank the universe for all of my blessings. And I think that's part of how I rejuvenate on a daily basis is really trying not to sweat the small stuff. Although I'm human and, things can irritate me just like anyone else. And we all have our moments. And this week, actually, I don't know what's going on up there in the cosmos, but people's energy is just all over the place. And I find that I'm able to hold my own and hold my own energy because I do work on rejuvenating my spiritual wellness on a daily basis and throughout the day. So for me, it's a daily, throughout the day effort. And it's not, and I don't want to say effort because it's not an effort anymore. When I first started the practice, it may have felt like an effort. But now it's just this lovely, beautiful, way of being.
Yeah, I always think, Robin, because you are more aware of those physical sensations than I do, because my archetype, I would say I'm pretty much the rule keeper, and Robin possesses what I call, I would say, Mother Earth energy, very feminine energy. She's all the things that I think about, I would like to possess more of. But one thing about being a rule keeper, we have a tendency to have more masculine energy, or always sometimes in the warrior aspect of our energy. So it's really, really like, I go, wow. So, and I think
I have the rule keeper in me as well.
Everybody has a rule keeper.
The guest we had on last week, Michelle Cozen, did a personality test on me, which is part of what she does. And I very much, under that personality test, came up as a rule keeper, wanting to, but I definitely have worked, knowing that about my personality, I've worked on being able to be not less of a rule keeper, because I am a rule keeper, but being able to allow the universe to help me with more of the decision keeping and rule making, or the rule bending ways, and not being so uptight or hung up on holding on to keeping things the way they should be, because I believe the way that things show up are the way they're meant to be.
Yeah.
So if you're hard and fast on a rule and things are showing up in a different way, you're going to get aggravated, you're going to get annoyed, you're going to get uptight. All of this is going to affect your aura and your energy. and that's going to go out into the world, and that's going to start affecting your family, your friends, your work, and it doesn't serve you well.
No.
So
see, what I always we have what we call major profiles, energetic profiles.
mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody. I'm going to use my little stack of cards here. Check this out. I have a whole box of archetype cards from.
I love that box of cards. That's a great box. That's a great deck.
It's a great deck. And everybody possess every one of these personalities, every single one. I think there's like 70 personalities. So you just have to think about what is the personality traits that comes to the surface. And learn to embrace every aspect of that. And then what do you do to grow what you like about yourself?
Yes. And that's something, the rule keeper part of me, which was holding me back, was something that I worked on to grow, to be more flexible and bending and adjustable. And it helps you work, and it helps your energy. It helps every aspect of your life to work on your personality traits that may need a little help.
So how do you, instead of going over in your head what you did not do or what you could have done better, what do you do, Robin, to rejuvenate and bring you back to, how do you ground yourself?
So I do little rituals every day. I have my little rituals. I have meditations that I do where I physically, visually ground myself with Mother Earth energy. And I also really try hard to understand other people's energies or why they operate the way they operate and how they're showing up and how it may affect me, and choose not to engage, or I choose to engage, but maybe in a more understanding, try to be more loving way. But I also use these fun little things where I spray things like this to like cleanse my aura, to get all that energy that does not belong to me out of my way.
Like the conscious cat here, I'm assuming it's a she's asking for advice to assist her healing her mother's lungs. She was diagnosed with, I don't know what's this word.
Sarcoidosis.
Do you know what that is?
I do know what that is. I do. Yes.
Is that from being, what is that being exposed to?
It's an autoimmune. It's from what I understand it's an autoimmune issue that attacks the lungs, and you end up with scarring, and it makes you more susceptible to maybe infections or just being lower energy. I mean, there's a lot of autoimmune diseases that can affect your energy level physically, maybe not mentally or spiritually, but physically it affects your energy levels. So the scarring, I think the scarring with the
it's in the lungs, the lymph nodes,
and who is it? The conscious cat. I definitely can empathize with her mother's condition. My mother had lung issues. She had something called methotrexate lung from being on methotrexate, and had to be on oxygen and all of that. So I have compassion for the conscious cat and what she's going through with her mom.
All right.
And diet can really be helpful with the sarcoidosis. I know 3 women. I know 3 women in my life who I know who have that. And
you could talk a little bit about the diet. I want to talk about the energy, why that happened into the breast and into the lungs. So if you want to finish your thought, Robin.
Yeah, so I know that diet and exercise can really help with that energy level, although it depends on how every person with that autoimmune issue will have different levels of the disease. So it's not one size fits all, and not one protocol will work for everyone. So
no, especially when it's an autoimmune issue, I'm talking a little bit from a reflexology point of view. I mean, there's things you could address to work the lungs, but I'm going to talk about the energy and why that
Yes.
would be occurring.
And she actually just wrote another comment up here that says, yes, she's on oxygen tank, kind of at late stages. So basically holding her hand right now and just being there and telling her how much you love her, that will help her.
See if you could validate this for us, Conscious Cat. Is your mother the kind of person who is, she operates from her heart? In other words, she gives her heart away to everybody. Is she the kind of person, I'm going to say like Robin. Robin's a very feeling person. I'm not saying that in a negative way.
Well, I've gotten good at protecting myself.
Yeah, well, you've gotten better, but I'm saying there's a lot of, but you still give your heart away. And
yes.
See, so she says yes. So a lot of things about people who give their heart away to others is what happens is they leave nothing behind for themselves. In fact, in some ways, they can't wait. If they feel a little better or they have a little piece of their heart, they really cannot wait to give away the rest of their heart. So what happens a lot of times, they have nothing left at the end of the day. So does it sound like your mother, Conscious Cat? See, she puts everyone
first before herself.
So
like a lot of women.
Yes, a lot of women do that, moms. So the thing, what I'm going to suggest you do for her, if this is something that resonate with you, you're going to tell your mother she needs to step up. She's been selfish for everybody else. She now needs to be selfish for herself.
And that's not being selfish. That's self-love.
Exactly. Self-love, self-care. Because tell her, if this is true to you, you want her to be around. You want her to be around. And
absolutely,
there's nothing wrong with caring you. Okay, use the airplane symbol here, Robin, since you just got on a plane. What do they first tell you? As soon as you put on your seatbelt?
Put your own oxygen mask on first.
And then help the person next to you.
Yes.
Because if you're dead, you can't help the person next to you.
Truer words have so true. So true. And so that's partly you said your mom's on an oxygen tank right now, and allowing her to all of her needs to be met, and allowing her needs to, allow her to also voice her wants, desires, needs, whether that's spending time with loved ones, whether that's, eating her favorite foods, whether that's just doing nothing at all, whether it's listening to nice music that makes her happy, and, putting her needs first at this stage of where she is right now. That will help her in the moment right now, and it will help her. Well, it'll help her in her future lives. Yeah. It will help her in just going forward, knowing that she needs to live in that way of putting her needs first.
Okay, here's a suggestion I'm going to give you, Conscious Cat. I want you to give her permission for self-care. She really feels she's not worthy of it. I want you to give her permission to accept love. All right, that's a hard one. For people who give away everything, they really don't believe they deserve love on the other side. So their worth is, how much can I give you, not what I could get back.
Right. And I think the true art in being able to balance that type of personality is being able to give, but also being able to love yourself so much that you know your worth.
Exactly.
And you know that, you deserve whatever it is you want. Whatever it is, it doesn't need to be material things, but you deserve and you're valuable regardless of what others may think of you or what you may think others may think of you. That you love yourself, you're kick-ass no matter where you're showing up.
And another thing too, a lot of these people, when you give away so much of yourself, you really leave a shell behind. They really, in some ways, don't believe they deserve respect. They don't think that they don't want to be seen because they think people are looking at them and saying, why can't you be more? All right. This is really important.
Exactly. And really knowing like if somebody, if you have a day or something comes your way and you start questioning your self-worth, stop and be like, whatever's making you feel that you're not worthy is not your energy. That's something else coming towards you, and you need to block it.
Well,
and remind yourself of your self-love. And
well, what happens a lot of time, Robin, this is not something that's just come up in her adult life.
no, it's been forever, from past lives, current lives.
Past life. Even as a child, she probably had to be all things for her family. Let's say her mother couldn't do, or her father couldn't do what they were supposed to do. So chances are very good she probably has stepped out as the mini adult in her family.
Yes.
So in many ways, they don't know when to stop because everyone has come to expect them to perform.
True.
So that's why rejuvenation is so important. It's not just rejuvenate and just relaxing, but where do you fit into your own life?
Yes. And when you think about rejuvenation, it's not just self-care as far as hair, massage, makeup. That's just part of the package deal.
Yeah, just a look
anyway.
Good.
Self-care is the internal talk that you do to yourself. It's what you're saying in your mind about who you are, and your self-talk, your self-love, I don't know, like, how do you wake up in the morning and meet and greet yourself in the mirror?
Well, and also, how do you validate yourself? Because most people get their validation by somebody, oh, Robin, you did really good today. But if I did not say that to you, can you self-validate and say, yes, I did an effing good job today?
Yes, and it's wonderful to hear those compliments, but at the same time, knowing again your own worth. Yeah, I rocked it today. I was awesome. I feel good about what I'm doing. I know I'm doing. Yeah, I know I'm this. I know I'm that. Yes.
Yeah, so doing for others, this is how people show their worth. What happens when they use you up and there's nothing left and you have no worth to them anymore?
Oh, there are lots of those people. They just discard you. They walk away. They discard you.
And they gossip about you and how you have fallen down on their job.
Yes, and that's a fascinating thing too. There's a saying that goes, when people walk out of your life or they don't show up, let them go. It's don't take it personally. Just let them go. It means the universe is working for you. You don't need that energy in your life.
Yeah, and I think about the energy vampires that's sucking off of everything that you have.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We know those people.
Yes.
So the only thing is, what's really going to be important, Conscious Cat, your mother has to believe what she's hearing. You could tell her 10,000 times over, and if she doesn't believe it, because she doesn't believe it in here, she's not going to believe you. And I'm going to tell you this right now, Conscious Cat, you got to walk away. You cannot make her life perfect for her. I'm going to tell you that right now.
True.
You cannot make her world for her. She's going to have to choose to want to make her world right.
Yes, healing is an inside job. We can only do.
That's right. It's an inside job.
You need to show up and hear that internal voice, that internal spirit speaking to them.
Yeah. Well, I always think healing work is the loneliest place you're going to be. Absolutely. Yeah. No one could walk those steps with you. Maybe God, but you're really walking alone.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can share your journey with people, and you can talk about, oh, this is how I'm feeling, or this is what happened. But nobody else is going to be able to resonate with your internal compass of how you're feeling.
So you have to make a personal choice. It's either today, in her case, this is going to sound awful, conscious cat. It's either today, there may be no tomorrow, or she's going to come. If she comes back and live another life, this is what I believe. This is not religion. She'll come back exactly where she left off. So if she leaves like a victim, she's going to come back as a victim in her next life also.
But if you open up and share this information with her, share this, have a conversation with her about this, she will remember it. It will be with her. It will be in her. It will be around her.
Yeah, but she has to choose, Robin.
She does have to choose. It's a personal choice.
It's a personal choice.
There. So I once heard a healer that on a different podcast where she was talking about, once we pass over and get to the other side, the choices that we have the power to make the choices. We get to the other side, and, somebody, it's like walking through the mall. Well, when we used to walk through the mall before the pandemic, and there were those kiosks, and people would say, "Oh, miss, come over here and smell this perfume, or buy this lotion," or, they're trying to get your attention. Yeah, exactly. So when you get to the other side, there's a lot of noise, there's a lot of confusion, and you need to you can pass over in a way where that this is the way it's going to be. And there are people that are going to say, go back, choose this life, choose that life. You have the power, you have the choice to control that destiny.
Well, see, it always comes back to worthiness.
Mm-hmm.
Am I worth the effort? I could do it for someone else, but can I do it for myself?
Yes. So have that conversation with her, and hopefully once she has those choices to make, she'll make a more informed decision.
Yeah. Now, if anyone out there have a question or a comment, this is your chance to put your 2 cents in, because Robin and I have been doing this for a really long time. So we see this every single day at the Healing Place in Medfield. So we work with clients that's looking for someone to accompany them on their spiritual journey. And if you're going to be shy, you're going to lose out of this expertise here. All right. So, this is why I said this is a chance to ask. So
yes, ask questions.
Ask questions, because there's no shame, because this is a lot of stuff that's been handed down for many generations. So anyways, so Robin, do you want to do like a grounding meditation?
Let's do meditation. So it's 7:24. And
Jane Doe says,
let's do like a 10-12 minute meditation just to get us grounded, and think of this short time as a way for you to regenerate and rejuvenate.
So Robin, would you mind if I answer Jane Doe's question? I like that. Jane.
Oh, absolutely. Go ahead.
She said, is it okay not to want to come back? The thought behind this is to work towards enlightenment. Whereas you have your young souls, that's the people that has the most inner conflict. You have your mature souls where things don't bother you as much. And then you have your old souls where, no matter what you do, the end results are going to be the same. So what most people, not all people, want to work towards enlightenment, towards the old soul. So if you choose not to come back, I don't know if this is true. You kind of like become, I won't call it incomplete soul, but it's a soul where you have not learned all the lessons you agreed to learn in your lifetime. So yes, you could take time out. You don't necessarily have to come back. You could wait 2-3 lifetimes before you decide to come back and play the game again. So basically you pick up wherever you left off, because this is what you have chosen to learn in your lifetime. All right, I'm zipping it. All right,
okay. So everyone who's here, if you're listening live, thank you. And if you're listening to the recording after, this meditation, you will still receive the benefits of Helen's healing. So just start to get as comfortable as possible. If you're lying down, rest your arms by your side with your palms facing up. If you're sitting in a chair, put your feet firmly on the floor. Feel that energy of your feet connecting with the gravity of Mother Earth. Allow your body and the weight of your body to just melt into the surface you are resting on. Now take 3 deep inhales. Inhale in and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale in and exhale. If it's comfortable for you, close your eyes. If it's uncomfortable for you to close your eyes, then just rest your eyes nice and softly with your gaze down. Continue breathing nice and deeply. On your next deep inhale, I would like you to inhale deeply and then hold and then exhale. And we will do that 3 times. So inhale, hold, exhale. Again, inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Now continue to breathe nice and slowly, nice and normally through your nose. If that's uncomfortable for any reason, you may breathe through your mouth, but try to just feel that temperature of the air coming in your nose, going down into your throat, lifting your lungs. Follow that rhythm. Relax your shoulders. I want you to visualize yourself standing at the edge of a beautiful pathway. The pathway leads through a beautiful forest. This pathway is close to your home. The ground is soft. The ground is even. It's an easy pathway to walk. Just visualize yourself walking along the pathway. You feel a nice, soft breeze touching your skin. Notice the temperature of your body. As you walk through the forest, you see birds, you hear nearby traffic, you feel at peace, you feel well rested. You are thinking and saying to yourself, what a beautiful day. How lucky I am to be here right now. As you move along the path, you can see your neighborhood up ahead in the distance through the trees. And you begin to pick up your pace as you briskly walk along the path. You feel brave. You feel grateful. You feel blessed to have another day on this beautiful planet where there is love enough for all of us to give and to receive. Notice your breathing. Notice the temperature of the air coming in and out of your nose. As you come to the end of the pathway, you look up at the sky and you see beautiful clouds moving along as you are moving along in your life with grace and with loving kindness for yourself. You allow yourself to have enough loving kindness internally to keep yourself healthy physically and mentally. And you feel grateful for knowing that this blessing of self-care to rejuvenate your spirit helps not only you, but the world around you and everyone that you meet. Now take a nice deep breath in and out. Again, another nice deep inhale in and out. Now I want you to wiggle your toes and your fingers at the same time. And begin to move your hips and adjust your back. Feel your shoulders and just give them a gentle roll back and roll forward. And then if you can, just bring your arms up, give yourself a nice stretch, reaching for that beautiful sky above. And back down. Feel that energy in your body of rejuvenating your spirit by just giving yourself 10 minutes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I always love these meditation. Oh, I want to, couple things. I'm going to give myself a plug here, and then I want to answer one more question for Conscious Cat. The Healing Place Energy School, we're going to have 2 new courses that's coming out. is foot reflexology for kidney stones. For anybody who have kidney stones, I want to show you how to move your kidney stones through your kidneys, through your urethra and out to the bladder. So there's lots of things you could do to help prevent kidney stones. That's one. Two, for those people who have been following us, I've been doing face, ear, head reflexology on my good friend Jean Kingsbury. My buddy, she's been suffering from migraines since she was 4 years old. Now she's in her 60s, and we're able to get it all together. And another thing that I want to share with Conscious Cat. So those are things. I'll put the link on the down below. I want to Conscious Cat. This is something really important that I want you to mention to your mother. What you're going to say to her that I think it was going to hit her at home here in her heart. If she does not take care of herself, really want to take care of herself, she's setting herself as an example to all of her children. So all the women in your family are going to say, I'm not worthy of love and care. I'm not worthy of love and care. That's telling all the women in your family they're not worth anybody's time. So I want you to really emphasize this. This is something that I talked to a client about today. Be an example. This is really important, honey buns.
Very important.
Yes. If you have anything else that you would like to say, and then next, Rob and I, we love to wing these things. Next week, we're going to talk about holding ground. Well, holding space for somebody. Everybody's like, what the heck does that mean? How do you hold space for someone else where you're not bleeding? All right. So that's a little bit like a continuation of today's discussion.
Yes. I've been practicing that a lot.
Yeah. And that's what we do. How do you hold space for somebody else not at your expense? So join us next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Robin, you did a great job.
Thank you. You did too.
Nice meditation. Love everybody. And thank you for joining us. And leave comments, like us, subscribe to us, follow us. What else? Give us a heart. Give us, I don't know, all this propaganda is killing me.
Yeah, reach out if you have questions.
Yes, reach out. And
we found at the Healing Place Energy School.
Yes. Be well, be healthy, and take back your powers.
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye. Be well. See you next Tuesday.